Hello everyone, it's Kay here, and I'm here today with a couple of more shares. It's things that I've been working on in the early part of the month. I had considered joining the craft every day for May, but unfortunately I think I would have to do such a lot of backtracking, so I'll give it a miss this time and look forward to the next event of that nature coming up. In the meantime, I have been doing some more work on cards that I made using the wonderful Artymaze. I'm sure you're all sick of hearing about her, but she did a collage group of papers, and I decided I would quite like to try them on cards. So I made 4, primarily because I've got a swap that I'm involved in anyway, and so it's a dual purpose. But I've used craft card. These are 6x6, and I've just cut about the papers, put a little bit of lace in here and there, inked the edges as you can see, added some gold mirror board, put a little sentiment at the top here, and I am just very, very delighted with how they've come out. They are so tasteful, and of course there was no worry about matching colours or coordinating because that's all done in the DigiKit. So that was the first card I did, and then the next one, they're all very basic, all very standard. It's the papers, I think, that give them life. I've used a little bit of Stickles Art glitter there, and when the butterfly wings are lifted, it does give it that extra dimension. There's glitter and so on the little flowers in the display there. Very, very minimal, just enough to make the point and highlight the glorious detail in the DigiKit. Again, I've used the gold mirror board. It just lends itself to that kind of treatment. The only thing I've got left to do with these is to put the inner lining in, which I do on all the cards I make. I then went on to make this one with the separate tag on it. Not that it lifts off. No. It's here, and it's a fixture. It's glued down to the card. I've made a little flower out of the papers and just layered them up and put a little flat back pearl in the centre. I'm hoping this light isn't spoiling the view. And then there's this lovely cluster of roses which I fussy cut out alongside the blue square, which was then added. It's not terribly dimensional. It won't cost a fortune to put into the post, but it is a layered card. So that was another one. I used 2 colours from the background papers and just used a bit of the crocheted cotton down through to seal up the overlap there. So that was that one, and then the final one is this one, and this is the yellow. I just used punches, this little bird, another flower, the mirror board again strategically. It's not done with any huge amount of planning because the papers just do all the hard work for you once you've decided how you want to layer them up. And there's another little banner here with a little bird on it, and it is the mirror board that casts out those lovely colours and marries it up so beautifully. The papers themselves are bright, they're cheerful, and so versatile, absolutely gorgeous to use. So those were those 4. So a little bit of collaging, a little bit of matting and layering, all standard techniques in card making and not beyond anybody. I feel it's just, you know, nice to make these cards, especially when you're working for a giveaway as well. And then the current rage in the crafter community at the moment appears to be little snippets, I think is the word, or little collage bits. And you know, I have to do that, but I have to do it my way. I find myself quite structured, and I like things to be neat and tidy. Not that I don't appreciate threads left bare and all that kind of thing. It all adds to the overall look. But in this instance, I wanted everything to be tidy, so the only frayed edge you'll see are on the little bits of the crocheted lace trim that I've used there. But they're, again, very, very standard. I sent some out to my friend who liked them when I put them up online. I showed these in Artymaze and Nina Ribina's Art Journal Prompts and More, primarily because they are current and they were in keeping with certain prompts and things that were on both of the pages, so it felt right to share them in the two areas. They're virtually identical, it's just the tickets that might be facing a different way. They've all got Admit 1 stamped on them, it's all been inked around, and then I've used this tiny little die cut just to add the little bit of bling by way of the mirror board there. So it's a great way of using up oddments. The heart above the corrugated heart, I just used a napkin and added that to that heart, so you just about see the music paper in the background. If I bring that one up as well, you can probably see it a little bit more there. But you know, I really did feel that they'd come out very, very nicely and wanted to share them today. So I hope you've enjoyed these makes. They are all going on to various people and bits and pieces, so you know, I hope you've enjoyed seeing them. Take care everyone, happy crafting, and see you next time. Bye bye for now.